now until Frank has done with some urgent matter. You have something to deal with right now.
For sure, for sure. Should we give it a couple more minutes until perhaps 9:05?
Yeah, absolutely. Since we stated that we're going to start at 9, so I guess at least we should wait till 9 o'clock.
Cool. Are you based in Hong Kong right now?
Yeah, I'm based in Hong Kong. How about you?
I'm in Taiwan. Is the typhoon affecting Hong Kong?
Not yet, actually. It's pretty chilly and windy just now, but it's not actually blowing yet. But it should hit tomorrow, I guess. How's Taiwan?
Cool. Taiwan's there's a bit of rain over the weekend. My friend was in Korea. They apparently they were troubled by the typhoon much more than Taiwan.
Really? How is it hitting?
Yeah, it's hitting Korea and they couldn't fly out to anywhere. The whole street is like mega rainstorm.
Holy, like I said, that's serious though. We had a typhoon a while back. That was 2 weeks ago, I think. The typhoon signal was pretty high. Like it's a dangerous signal in Hong Kong, but it didn't really hit that hard at all. So I'm not sure about this one. But we're paying less attention on this one though. We're not news and media are not covering it at all, basically.
Glad to hear it. Yeah, I remember a couple years back in Hong Kong, Macau was pretty bad.
Yeah, the buildings were shaking. That was pretty terrifying.
All right, I'm going to grab myself a water. I'll be right back.
Sure, sure. I'll see you later.
I am back. Looks like we have some friends dropping in. We have 42 crowds right now.
That is not bad. At peak, we should have like close to 100, especially if you guys are here. I would expect to have around 100, but usually people can drop by after dinner. So 9 o'clock is usually a dinner time for a lot of them. I guess People are going to drop in at like 9:30, 10 o'clock. That would be the peak. We can start anytime.
No worries. I think today we will be uh basically we'll be going through Apeiron. We'll be going through some of Zombie Club um updates, and it'll be casual. We can always come back. Um, our projects are very friendly, so can.
Right. I mean, that's a good start though. But last time we just had a kind of a happy hour slash drinks event with the zombie clubs last Wednesday. I'm sure you noticed. But I heard from some of the friends from the zombie club. They're saying that you guys are doing some kind of charity clubs along with some t-shirts. Is that true? That's pretty interesting.
Oh, you mean merch? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we have we print we actually have we made, I think, 2,500 sets of t-shirt and merch for
Okay.
all kinds of land-based engagements. So
Right.
pretty much, if you or are in Malaysia, Singapore, or Hong Kong, and if you're hosting a land-based event of more than, I believe it's 20 people or 30 people, we'll ship the whole batch to the host, and then so
Right.
they can pick up their merch. It was most of them were for our bigger show back in May, but then the May show had to be canceled because of the COVID scenario in Taiwan.
I see. I see. 2,700. That's a lot. I mean, given that you only have how many holders do you have again?
We have 3,700 holders. We made
Okay.
2.5K, yeah, t-shirts, caps, and a bunch of merch actually. And we're
Oh,
actually piloting and testing some of different merch to be debuted by the end of the year.
right. Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're currently working on a full scale website revamp that will
Right.
also include some zombie club members only area, not just the merch area, but then
Right.
we actually we are adding a almost like a Web3 Unchained um uh what do you call it, like Web3 version of a well, there will I there's I cannot say too much, but it will be something very interesting for our members to sign in our website, and
Right.
then
Right.
that will be done in Q4. And
Okay.
also, we're upgrading our IP from 2D, from profile picture, to 3D, and we
Okay.
just signed our Japanese artist who is working on the 3D design right now.
Wow. Seems like a lot of things are going up for some people. So that is actually pretty interesting. I mean, I've been looking at the Stone Age Forge thing. I assume that it might be a similar idea. Is that true, or I just can't talk too much right now?
Oh, I think 3D is our concept is the next phase of the internet, like the digital native IPs, right? Basically, we've seen in Web3, the traditional IPs doesn't really work. It has to be sort of this Web3 cult native.
But,
And these IPs are a lot of the IPs are not going anywhere if they only have 2Ds. If they don't provide a full scale 3D workable avatars, basically you're saying the project does not cannot go into on cyber, or your project cannot go into other site, or and it's not just on cyber or other site. If you don't have 3D, you're basically eliminating the possibility of it being used as zoom filter, or being animated, or being um, basically not being able to go into any metaverse. So that the 3D for us is very important and it's our priority. So
Okay.
we did not just find a post production studio to do that. We also found a OG toy maker from Japan to fully design our 3D,
Oh wow, that's interesting. I mean,
and it will
I
be
would look forward to that.
it will be free for our token holders to claim when it's ready.
Great, great. I mean, like Frank always says, like our NFTs are actually like passports, right? With the passport, you can travel into the other metaverse or the other project, some kind of 3D space. And I think you guys have a similar idea. That's why you're doing this. But I would be looking forward to seeing the actual 3D thing. But at the same time, like, would you be keeping your 2D PFP as well? Because I mean, the Zombie Club PFP have been around for a while. People have been like it's a nice PFP. Uh, would they still be able to keep it, or would they just have to switch it out to 3D?
Oh no, yeah. They would still have it. You just using the token to claim your 3Ds, your matching 3Ds. So
Oh,
with most of the social media, right, like Twitter Space or WeChat or Instagram, you're totally fine using your 2Ds. But in the coming, especially next year, there's a lot of game versus other site on Cyber. There's a lot or VR chat. If you're going into any 3D scenario, we want our holders to have their 3D ready to go in and not just go in with a like a stock avatar.
right, right. I mean, I'm looking forward to that day. Like once the VR chat and whoever comes out first, or whoever is able to make a VR chat that is friendly to the other projects, they can let us just go in and chat and show. That's going to be amazing. And I'm pretty sure something that is going to happen. Have quite some noise in there when that happens.
Yep, and I mean it's like our Discord right now. It's not as engaged as before. Mainly, we do think it's the bear market. For the past 2 weeks, the sort of only topic there is in crypto's Twitter space was ENS, and other projects are not getting so much attention. And I believe all of the crypto crowd were looking forward to the merge, and it will be very interesting to see what happens after the merge. But we're in for the long haul. For us, we're um, still ramping up our team. We have a solid 14 people on the team right now. We're still expanding, and we're I believe our zombie pods, our collaboration with HTC Vive will also get several updates during this month and next month, and especially I believe right after October, will our space will have a integrated game engine, so you'll be able to host a AMA with your avatar inside. Actually, right now we can host it up to like 50 people dressing in different VRM capable avatars. So we believe that meeting or interaction or social in a 3D space, it will become the norm within the next 18 month or so.
Wow, that's interesting. Like, so you already have the whole like a 3D meeting room built already.
Yes, and it's getting upgraded. So when we dropped it during back in June, it wasn't you weren't able to use your own avatar, but right now you could throw in any VRM avatars and wear them. And right in the space, you have voice channel, you have social system ready. Right around December or sorry October or by the end of October you'll be able to play basketball or any sort of mini games inside. It's actually quite diverse. With the game engine, you can, if you're a game studio, you can build games inside, and we have a ticketing system for your pod. So, which means you can host a VTuber live AMA with your fans inside the space with your exact VTuber model, 3D
Wow.
model. and then it's
Wow,
also capable in 3D. So you can meet in your mobile, you can meet your iPad, meet your desktop or your VR Oculus.
I'm so buying a Zombie Club like right after this because I do have an Oculus. Like I haven't been using it a lot because there isn't really anything that could link people or to because you know on Oculus you get to see who's on your Oculus friends and who's are your Facebook
Yeah.
friends, but usually you won't have a lot of friends on Oculus.
No,
But
it's
once you have this thing, like it's like you are not necessarily friends with people on Discord, but then with this platform on Oculus, you get to meet a lot of people in VR, which makes the VR a whole next level, I would say.
yeah, it's so for the past couple years, right? Probably one out of your 20 friends has a VR set. I think Oculus 2 really pushed it to the edge where maybe one of your 10 friends has a VR. And then we're almost at that stage where, hey, socialing shouldn't be 2D. Like um, the next version, if you have the chance, please do download VR Chat. And our space is actually uh, our zombie pod is actually deeply related with VR chat. So it's literally a web version of VR chat. You can wear your own avatars, play games inside, social, do educational AMAs, and it will be much more interesting right after our game engine. So you can actually drive a car inside or do a basketball match or stuff like that. Yeah,
Wow, that's
we're
like the
looking
most.
looking forward to it.
Me too. I mean, this is one of the most exciting things that I have heard in a while because I've always been waiting for something VR related in the Web3 crypto NFT space, and I think you are the first one who could stand up and say I have it ready. It's going to come out in October, right? And are you gonna have it on Oculus Store or Facebook Store, or is it gonna be on
Um,
site first?
no, it's actually web based. So
Right,
the fundament it's made on top of WebXR. So it's pretty much a link. By using this link, you can or a QR code, you can log in straight from your mobile, desktop, or any VR headset. The problem with VR headset right now is you have Firefox as you have different browsers in VR, and currently the VR version of Firefox does not support MetaMask yet. But we know that it will come out in the next quarter or two. So if you're using VR to log into our space, you can only use the email to log in. You can't use connect to MetaMask just yet. But for any other device, you can log in with MetaMask.
right. I mean, that's some kind of obstacle that's not unusable. If I guess I would assume that
Oh
way,
no,
right?
it will be this problem will no longer be a problem within a couple quarters.
Right. Well, I'm pretty excited. I mean, I know that we're supposed to go through something about like some update about zombie pups, but I didn't expect to hear something so huge. I mean, this is kind of huge for me at least.
Yeah. So right now, for example, right now we have 84 people in the crowd, right? We hosted several times. I believe 2 weeks ago we had our right now our limit for moving avatars in a single space is 50, but we have a speculator mode which is up to 1,000. And last week, like no, 2 weeks ago, we had a full house of 50 people with avatars and also possibly like 400 crowd in the spectator mode. And then the maximum capacity will only increase month over month. So we'll be able to have much more audiences within the next what we believe in Q1. We'll be able to have like 200 people in a metaverse concert scenario where everyone's playing Fall Guys. Yeah,
That's pretty
and
impressive.
web based wearing your zombie avatar or whichever Clone X or BAYC. So
Wow. So
that's the metaverse we're targeting at.
right. So within a few months, you could even do the integration part as well. You could even let other projects NFT in.
I think so. That's the whole concept of open metaverse, right? Like you don't want just to see one IP. You want to see, let's say, BAYC Clone X Me Beats. You want to see the B. You want to see. I know that that fella is doing it for Rick 3D avatars. You have zombies. We have Zoo Friends. We have Elysium in based in Asia. Three of these projects all have full body avatars. So I know that there will be around 20 to 23 projects in the whole world with full avatars given to their holders. So and these will be the sort of the first batch metaverse immigrants that is going to drop by into different metaverses. So imagine the beginning of metaverses like empty shopping malls, and then you don't want to go in as a stock avatar, right? And then even if this verse is not good or if this game is not good, your whole community will be able to migrate into different places for fun or for different occasions or for different whatever the verse is for. So that is very different from what we had before. Is if I don't like this game, the guild is done. If I don't like, I cannot take my skin everywhere. But I think we're at it's 2000 almost 23. So what we are looking for is being able to keep your identity straight from the wallet, ENS, profile picture, 3D avatar, and our own guild. No matter if the game is good or not, we want to take them, being able to take them everywhere, and being seen like that, and with blockchain owning your identity, owning your full avatar, and being able to go no matter it's mobile games or no matter it's in Zoom calls or VR worlds, VR chat, you want to keep that same look. And just for the heck of it, if you are building in Web3 or building a VTuber or a virtual celebrity, it would be good to have a full 3D avatar. So maybe you or your team can it doesn't have to be a single person. It can be a virtual identity that your team owns. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, for like Twitch, right? If you watch Twitch, you have these virtual broadcasters. They are a virtual identity, and these identity are maintained by a team of people. And with our Viveverse, with our zombie pod, our space, you'll be able to not just to see the VTubers right at the bottom of the Twitch screen, you'll be able to actually see them, meet them in virtually in VR.
Right,
So
right,
we'll be seeing a lot of changes in the um, virtual entertainment within the next 18 months.
right. I mean, we always picture how future looks like, but it seems like the future is here. I mean, the buzzword Web3, metaverse, like these kind of buzzword have like comes up a lot in the past 2 years. But we all didn't really know like what's gonna happen, or we didn't have a picture on how should we do this, or where should we go. We're just seeing a lot of like people flipping stuff, and flipping what the buzzwords. But it seems like you guys are really building, and what you've just said, that is, I mean, I could see how it's gonna look and where are we so heading to, and this is truly impressive. I'm looking forward to see this.
Thank you. And yeah, so for us in the bear market, we don't care about the floor price or basically we understand that the progression of metaverse, the progression of your 3D identity, the progression of digital owning digital asset, it's just going to get more retail and more retail within the next 18 months or so. We're seeing fate meta, Instagram authenticating the NFTs. We're going to see Shopify, eBay very soon. And yesterday, I think it was like a couple days ago, it was Hermes who is going into NFTs. And then the concept of owning something virtual, it will get more and more retail. That's what we firmly believe in. and we will continually go forward with our community and building up the ramping up our team like crazy right now in Zombie Club. So that's a sort of a short update about what happened in Zombie Club for the past few months.
Thanks for the update, this whole. I mean, yeah, I totally agree with you when you're talking about virtual identity is actually I it must be the first step of the metaverse, I would say, especially with all the things that are hot right now, like the community, like as you said, ENS, some larger crops are coming into the NFT space, coming into the crypto space. These things all headed the same direction. I think what you're building right now, you have a head start, and during this bear market, you guys are doing a really good job. Say, yeah, just love to see you guys building it during the bear market. And hope to see you guys. Hope to see the whole system or the whole meeting room live in October. I'll certainly be there.
Thank you. What about Apeiron? Can we get more updates on Apeirons recently, and what is the community expecting to see over the
For
next
sure,
quarter?
for sure. So, long story short, we are going to see a marketplace update tomorrow. Actually, it's going to go live tomorrow. Uh, the main goal of marketplace is to let people trade without having to pay for the OpenSea trading fee, with some better filters because OpenSea filters are not always catered for GameFi projects, especially when we have some unreviewed filters that just stuck there. So with this, we are hoping to give people a better UI, a better experience in trading. At the same time, saving the transaction fee, of course. And with the marketplace, that's something more interesting. So everyone could will just go onto the marketplace, log in, and just register your wallet. This way, you're gonna get a solar fragment. With the solar fragment, though, it's actually some kind of a marketing campaign plus some retention events. So everyone should know that our demo is actually coming out soon. It's actually ready already, but then we're just doing some fine tunes and see when do we want to release it along with some marketing. So we're in talks with some KOLs, pretty much like quite a lot of KOLs actually. Just gonna go through some market updates and talk about Apeiron, and at the same time just let the crowd know that we have this marketplace coming up. We have this solar fragment. We have the game demo. So the solar fragment is actually a part of the key into the game demo, but you will need the other part of the key. So with the other part of the key is it could be obtained in our Discord, just like all any whitelists or quest marks. You could play games, you can participate in events, you could join some AMAs. That's how you kind of get the other part of the fragment. With the two fragments, you are able to combine them into one beta pass, or we call them the demo pass. With the demo pass, you are going to be able to download our demo into your desktop. We're going to do like weekly events, daily events. We're going to do some speed runs. We're going to do some testings, and everyone are going to get some reward by playing the demo. But at the same time, of course, like there are gonna be more rewards for people who host more NFT assets, and there are going to be less rewards for people who hold less assets. But along with this, we are still gonna do some the referral program to kind of like go with the whole pass thing. So we're trying to bring the play and earn model to our crowd before our game even actually launches. We're going to test it out with our game demo. We're going to do more events with that. I guess that would be the first part of our update, though. I hope this is going to be interesting for everyone.
I believe we actually have a extra thread within Zombie Club about Apeiron, and I believe we're all hyped to see your release soon, because we're fully aware that releasing games needs the time it takes, and we're really excited to see the play and Earth getting released.
Right. I really hope that everyone would would be happy about the game demo, but then happy should not be enough. Like, we should act like a community. We really wanted the community to help test it out, to try to find some bugs, try to like make it more closer to perfect. And whoever gets to find a bug in our game or in our game demo are going to be rewarded. So just get the sleeves up and try and ace the game.
I'm really confident in you guys. Like most of the play to earn or GameFi, what also called projects, are blockchain companies making games. But you guys are obviously the real game makers that's using an blockchain technology to perfect the game's experiences. So I don't worry about you guys at all. I like for me, Zombie Club, we did not collab or with many play and earn companies. But I believe up until now, like Apeiron is the only one we ever um, really collabed it because we are fully aware that you guys are game makers in the space.
I'm flattered, flattered. But it is. I mean, looking at the demo itself, so far at least in the blockchain space, I haven't been seeing any game as of this quality. But they are still trying to perfect it before building out the demo version. So I'm looking forward to see the actual demo, and I hope everyone will like it. Um,
Nice. All right, should we go to the community questions?
sure, for sure. Let's. Do you want to pick?
Let's see. Um, okay, I'll read the questions and then I'll try to answer them as much as I can. And if we need to elaborate, we'll do it if they do reply with more questions in the AMA. Hi ZZT. Now that we're bear market, many companies and cryptocurrency are heavily affected. What are your plans so that you will not be affected with that heavily? How are you confident that your community will not become zombies? Ha ha ha. Okay, so Zombie Club token sale, we actually have around, I believe, was more than half, 2,000 Ethereum we kept in our company that we are using it for development solely. So we will be able to survive 3 to 5 years without any income. And so we believe that we're actually aware that there will be um, times like this, and being able to survive through this bear market that will make sure we can thrive onto the next market and then the next bull run. And also we are investing heavily into building metaverse space and metaverse avatars. These avatars are fully rigged. They actually have they will be there will be a tag called fizzy bone. So every bone in the fingers are actually tracked with your VR and devices. So we were actually aiming for professional VR level. So the Zombie Club will be there, and we did not cut any of the staff. Instead, we hired more, and we're completing more our club management tool during this time. And in Q4, we'll be updating our whole revamped website with community functions available. And what partnerships do we currently have? What qualities do we seek in a relationship? Which initiative or groups are you already connected to? So Zombie Club, we have a smaller circle called Zombie Lab. Zombie Lab, we have 197 members. They are either blockchain companies, blockchain media, investors, KOLs, or bigger companies like Apeiron, or game companies like Apeiron, or we have another two game companies inside. The big name ones that we can release is, for example, HTC Vive or Asus, your largest gaming laptop company, are in Zombie Lab. So what we do in Zombie Lab is we work with our community, we give instantaneous feedback, and we allow the Web2 companies to trial minimum viable product in the Web3 space with our feedback. So just to throw a few bigger names are HTC, sues mainly Taiwanese companies because of our physical location, and we believe Taiwan has many tech companies that can support. And we also have we're not going to um, toss their name out until we get the permission from them. And but if you can check the Zombie Lab wallet address, you'll probably find Charlie Lee, Litecoin founder. You'll probably find some mega whales within Zombie Lab. Is your project a local project or a global project? Can anyone use your service from anywhere in the world? Where can I buy tokens now? Um, so we are a global project. Although 85% of our members are Asian, and we have about 30% Taiwanese, 15% from um, Hong Kong, Macau. We have 15% from Malaysia and Singapore, another 15% from China, another 15% from US West, and perhaps 8% rest of the world. But the whole community right now, 3,700 people, is 85% is Asian, and I believe 30% of them is bilingual. So it's global, but mainly Asian focused NFT Metaverse fan club. And we don't have any utility. We're actually our profile picture is made by a Japanese artist called Kosuke Kawamura, and he is the uh, head of design in Uniqlo right now. And our 3D avatar is also made by another Japanese artist, which we cannot disclose. But they will be free when they're done. All you need to do is to claim them with your zombie token. And during June, the past June, we have released a zombie pod, a space, just to compare with. You can imagine your own on cyberspace, and within the space, you can there's voice chat ready. There's social functions ready. You can wear your own avatars. You can decorate the space, and during the Q4, the space will be connected in it will be integrated with game engine, and yes, we do have a metaverse land bigger plan, with a complete metaverse that mimics the earth that we want to push out when we're ready. Oh, so we're a metaverse project. um, we don't have a token. We don't have a token. We believe token release. We don't want to be an average pump and dump project. We believe token plans are necessary when it's needed, not by using it to as incentive for now. Um, Hello, Frank. Just want to ask about ZCT. Do you recommend Apeiron members to buy ZCT NFT? Will also will be the Zombie Club Special Apostle will be minted or airdropped, or will just can be acquired on the game itself? Thanks, Frank. Frank's down here. This is Disco. If you check out, please do check out Zombie Club, and if you like the art, if you are Mandarin bilingual, or if you would like to um, join us for our journey into the metaverse, ZCT would be recommended by ourselves. And the special apostle, I have to ask Frank on that. Well, we'll make sure we update you guys. So we have a special zombie club constellation in Apeiron, and there's also a special apostle. I remember, but the right way to acquire it, I am not so sure. But I'll make sure we follow back with you on that question.
And actually, Frank actually gave an answer on that. They are gonna come along with the game demo. So he's gonna host some kind of speed run in the game demo for the Zombie Club holders. And then people can just compete for the capacity within the game demo.
Oh, nice. So you have to compete for it in the game demo.
Right, right, right.
Sweet. So yeah, that question is answered. Um, yeah, we don't want to hard sell on Zombie Club token. So if you like the community, you can join it for free. And there's a lot of research that we have done, mostly in Mandarin, that is for free. There's only holders chat that is very active. And if you would like to access to the holders chat, one zombie club token is okay. Um, and or if you are into uh, if you want to actually be in the front line of metaverse integration, a zombie club token will get you a 3D model, a space, and then you will follow the exact tech that HTC is at right now. And HTC Vive is pretty much in par with Oculus in terms of tech. And this team right now is the current lead for Viveverse is actually has been in VR chat for years. For any project to succeed and be maintained, revenue is crucial component. What steps did you take to develop a finished project, and how will the token produce income? How does the revenue model work? Okay, so we're not a GameFi project, or we don't have a token to be burned or any kind of a token mechanism. We do have what we do have is we committed more than 50% of our original sales into a company contract that can be seen, and all of the Ether and USDC inside is used towards development. So we do have sustaining revenue income from secondary transactions from Zombie Club tokens and Zombie Pot, and in the future also the 3D's transaction fee. And down in the future, actually, prior to Zombie Club, we have been investing into different blockchain and NFT projects within Zombie Lab. And Zombie Club, one of our club function is micro funding for Zombie Club holders and for Zombie Lab Pass holders, which means if you're raising, let's say, less than $500,000 US, if you are a Web3 builders, less than 6 people, and you want to raise within Zombie Club token, within Zombie Club, you can do that easily via our contract, and that's is what we are aiming for. So we do have a plenty of we've been investing for the longest time, and we are still surviving. We're still here. So we've basically what we do is we within uh, since March when we minted out Zombie Club, we within Zombie Club there's already 6 to 7 groups of Web3 builders that quit their jobs, jumps onto the Web3 train and started building different tools or their own projects. And we believe a early community with builders, with digital artists, with investors inside will survive and thrive. What is the plan of Zombie Club to do with their constellation? Will they planning to open it for free for to ZCT holders to always support zombie? ZCT holder FYI, yes. We do have a constellation, and we will obviously all of the privilege is for ZCT holder. No matter it's Apeiron or all of our investment into different projects. Hi, Zombie being a strategic partner, will there be Zombie Dude or maybe a zombie avatar in the future? How about the introduction of zombies in Dungeon? Will there be Apeiron perks if we hold a zombie NFT? That is all I'm interested to know since I am a Apeiron fanboy. Also, Frank, what's the best height for a dude to wear a dude mascot? How do you describe a good-looking zombie? I'll leave that to Apeiron to answer. I
I'm sorry, I'm still trying to locate the question.
Oh yeah, it's the last one in the AMA questions.
Right, right. Let me scroll to it. Okay, it's Lexus, right? So, what mutual business benefit Zombie Club and Apeiron share in the collaboration? Is this question, though?
I think it's the will there be a zombie dude or maybe a yeah, what Apeiron perks? Actually, zombie holders has been receiving Apeiron perks since the beginning, even pre-mint. So if you want to know how deep in collab we are, we've been receiving pretty much the best perks of Apeiron since Apeiron started.
That is pretty convincing, especially when you say it. But yeah, the apostle is going to be something that is pretty huge, I would say, because only zombie club holders would ever get a chance to get those zombie holders. Like if you're not a zombie holder, no matter how fast you are in the speed run, you're still not going to get one of the zombie apostles. So if you want one of those, you can either pick a zombie club token right up OpenSea right now and participate in our demo speed run, or simply pick it up off OpenSea after someone wins it and wants to sell them. Hmm. Hey, let's go. So, are you have you answered every questions that you wanted to answer so far?
I think so. I've actually went through all of the questions.
Right, right.
Um, yeah, except the last one. How do you describe a good-looking zombie? Oh, that's a
I mean, the one in your profile pic looks pretty nice.
yeah. I, I,
But
I got that. I actually bought that off secondary.
wow,
I like the VR and the top hat.
right, right. That's a pretty representation for all the holders, I guess. But yeah, I think there are quite a few questions that I would like to answer on Frank's behalf because it is relate to the star sale that we have in late September or early October. Um, so from Haha Man saying that, hi Frank, it's in Chinese, but is everyone planning to have some rental system for the orbital tracks? If there is, like, can people choose to rent a track with a pool of funds? So yes, for the orbital tracks, there are going to be a rental system for sure, because that's pretty much the only way or the only usage of the stars and orbital tracks. Because usually, unless you have enough planets to fill all the orbital tracks of your star, otherwise, you would need to use this rental system. But for the price though, because people are asking about the price and if you could pool fund together to rent the orbital tracks. You actually cannot because the orbital tracks are gonna have like a lot. Think of them as tenant slots. Like a star is gonna be a building where orbital tracks are gonna be apartments. Each star would have multiple orbital tracks and where people could rent them. And every orbital track is only for one planet. So unless you and your friend kind of co-owns a planet and wants to pool the fund to pay for the orbital track, otherwise you are not. I don't see how you could pool fund and rent the orbital track. Yeah. So people are asking if the planet leaves the orbital track, is there any punishment? No, there is no punishment for leaving the orbital track. And are the star owner could the star owner kind of like stop the lease or stop the rental agreement? Yes, the star owner could. So, but the only reason why they would do it is because they just simply want more active players. So if you are active, I'm pretty sure no star owner would want to um end your agreement. And there are some questions. Most of the questions are for Zombie Club. But I guess I'll pick one more that is related to Star, and okay. So the question from 我看不到我 just had a new video. Gave you more confidence, but you are pretty worried because you can't get it at the first at the at first. And do you need some luck and longer time? Sorry, I just had to translate it at the spot. So yeah, uh, basically, I'm assuming that you are trying to go for the Nebula expedition instead of just minting right off the bat. If you are going for the Nebula expedition, it's kind of tricky actually because for the first batch, we're only selling around 200 of stars in the Nebula expedition. And we're going to be selling 4 tiers. Each tier are going to have different numbers, ranging from 50 to 6 of them. So some of them has really low supply, and some of them has a slightly higher supply. But it all comes down to 2 elements or 2 factor. So each star would have a price bounded to it. Price comes in the amount of keys. So the first thing that you need are the keys. So with the right amount of key, you would have a chance of buying a star. But the chance comes down to how many planet NFT and apostle NFT you have. They all have weight, and they are you're gonna see them in figures as vapor. So the more vapor you have, let's say me and you both have enough keys for the first star, but I have more vapor than you. Then I would take the first planet, and you would end up with nothing. But so the whole cycle or the whole race kind of goes one by one. So whoever has the vapor and the key would take the star, and the second person with the highest vapor and with the key would take the second star, and so on and so on. So if more people has more vapor than you, even you have the keys, you will not be able to get the star. That's kind of how Nebula expedition work. So I would say it really depends on what planets or what apostles do you have. Since we could fit 5 planets and 5 apostles in right now. If you have like let's say 5 divines planets, then you are in a pretty good shape. But if you are having some arcanes and elemental, then I guess the pre-sale might be a better bet. But nothing set in stone before the first Nebula expedition. But this is my answer for now. And yeah, since Frank is actually not here, I would simply be answering those questions that are already released or have a solid answer for, instead of the ones that are more outreach or haven't been officially announced. I don't want to be taken into account after. But
Yeah, I saw one or two more questions in regards to Zombie Club. Um, do we have time to go over them?
yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I
So
guess
I see.
for everyone, every question that we pick, I guess we are going to go into a raffle after the AMA. So six of them are gonna get a reward. So just if your question got picked, just pay attention to the raffle ping later. Oh, sorry for interrupting.
Oh, no worries. Ladai Dama. Okay. Hi, Disco. A question for you. Which is your main strategy on keeping your community strong during bear market? Um, bear market um is actually new to a lot of people who got into crypto because of NFTs, and this is very different from why we got into cryptos. We got into crypto because of blockchain technology, and then at the time early it was either Huaquang or different tokens or just a fun tech that is immutable. But then a lot of people's attention are not in NFT recently. I believe the recent 4 weeks has we're seeing the lowest transaction on OpenSea, except ENS and possibly our blocks, CryptoPunks, BAYC, even the blue chips. Most of the NFT projects within their Asian Chinese Discord, it's dead. And we believe that a lot of free mints and projects who wasn't ready to actually go into metaverse or following Yuga Labs foot track into the metaverse is not going to be here uh, within the next couple season. And so I in my prediction there will only be around um, 25 or so profile picture um, communities that with their 3D avatar ready will be there to catch the metaverse wave. So essentially there will be 20 to 30 empty shopping malls, and there will be around 25 to 30 projects that's ready to go into. The rest, free mints, they don't have enough capital or resource to survive until then, or they don't have enough capital resource or experience to go into 3D or whatsoever. So it's bear market, right? It's it's actually the period of time where real value are it's much easier to see the real value right now. For example, like not just talking about Zombie Club, for example, projects sustaining like Dead Fellas or Doodles or the or Cybercons. um, they've been there for a year. The community is solid. They don't have much short-term hype, but is the core team building? Yes. Do they have enough funding? Yes. And are they getting more awareness as the first batch of clubs or DAOs? Yes. So our strategy is to survive and keep ramping up our team and ramping up what we have by upgrading our IP into 3D and building different projects during the bear market within Zombie Lab. So I hope that answers your questions. And the last question I see here is, hi Zombie, will the collab between ZCT and Apeiron stop only at special skin apostles having our own zombie collab constellation, or will there be greater collabs in the future? Uh, the second question follows the first. Are any perks of holding ZCT on the Apeiron side? Well, all I can say is we're Apeiron and Zombie Club were really close, and I don't believe it will stop here. And we can't have any promises right now, but I don't think I do think Zombie Club token has already improved himself on giving out perks from Apeiron. So I hope that answers your question. A ZCT holder, would there be a channel in ZC Discord for Apeiron NFT holders to chat or form a zombie Apeiron clan? We do have a Apeiron space within our Discord. If it's not clear enough, we can make them uh, even more clear.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, that's something that I would love to ask as well, because I've been seeing some questions in our community. They might not be asking in the AMA question section, but people are asking if ZCT is planning to start a guild in Apeiron. Since you guys are going to have a constellation, are you guys actually planning to do a guild or something like that?
Yeah, we actually have a thread within. We have a thread within Zombie Club, and two of our core team members, Eric and uh, David, is going to be. I believe Eric and David is going to be in charge of our constellation. So yes, we'll be will be supporting our app uh, Apron holders on what they need. Sorry, I'm just checking the thread. Yes, we do. We do have one, and I've seen it. Yeah, it's right here.
Right, right. That's really interesting. I mean, that gives everyone one more reason to buy the Society token along with the game demo, the Society Zombie Apostle, and the Cute. I mean, that's quite a lot of things.
So thank you guys, and I believe that's the end of the questions. Should we? How do we go with the selecting winners? Is that going to be internally done by Apeiron?
Yeah, so basically, I think we already have everyone marked. We're gonna give them a role, and then we're gonna start a new channel with only that is only visible to those people who has the role, and we're gonna do a giveaway section in there. We're gonna pick 6 of them to win 5 Funi emblem each, in which people can just do whatever they want to do with the Funi emblems.
Okay, and I believe at the end of the AMA, please do stay for the Marbles game at the Apeiron Twitch channel.
Right, right, right. Yeah. So I think the sniper, elite sniper, is gonna help launch this Marble Games at Apple on Twitch. Please move over to the Twitch channel and enter exclamation mark play to enter the marbles game. That's all you have to do. Like just see the game launch. So basically, you're gonna see the game launch at the Twitch, and then you simply have to subscribe to everyone's Twitch. Type in exclamation mark play, then you're in.
Okay, thank you guys, and thank you guys for listening, and thank you Apeiron for hosting this event. For us to communicate on both Zombie Club and Apeiron, and we'll be expecting the next phase of Play to Earn demo release.
Right, right. Looking forward to talk to you soon, and please join us someday when Frank is here. We would like to hear you and him chat more about maybe something more in depth on not just about our own projects, because I heard that you guys are good friends and that since a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean he's deep in games, right? So I absolutely trust him on taking game GameFi or integrating blockchain into games to the next level in the coming future. And obviously has a wild ambition on taking Apeiron into many phases. So yeah, we'll be having much more fun with the bear market in Q4, and we'll make sure Zombie Club utilizes our constellation well to the Zombie Club holders.
Great, great. I mean, um, but one more question. Like this is just a personal question, though. Uh, by the time you guys have the metaverse or the meeting room that you have on in VR, is it possible, or is it your plan that we could use our Apeiron NFTs in the meeting room?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if it's within the meeting room, you can, um, like I said, you have a voice chat, right? And you can toss in any NFTs or images. And then for the 3D format, right now we support FB the standard GLB and VRM and FBX. So it depends on what kind of NFTs that you want to integrate inside. But we believe with our roadmap, we should be much more open than on Cyber, because the concept is to be a even more open metaverse than on Cyber, where on Cyber you have um, it's more of a art display space for displaying NFT art. And in Viverse, in our Zombie Club, um, we integrate avatar system first. We have game engine early in the roadmap. Just we want this space to be able uh, to be utilized in every ways by the community. So it depends on what you want to do inside. If you do have, let's say, your dudes or monsters in a 3D avatar, you could wear them inside and have a Twitch party where everyone plays Fall Guys.
Wow, wow. But how long is that going to take, or is it going to be right off the bat?
It's going to be ready by the uh, well, I'm not speaking for Vivers, but from what I can disclose is this Q4 you'll be able to game studios, or you'll be able to customize games inside. And right now you can already wear any sort of avatar by using converting your avatar into a VRM file. So you can already wear anything you want inside, and by Q4 you can make a game inside, and you can also charge tickets on as a paid event if you do have if you are a, let's say, a VTuber for any kinds of AMA or a special classes experience, or a paid session for it's we're trying to build a space like open for digital economy. So we believe that in the beginning, test piloting on different jobs, what kind of jobs our digital economy can be created inside, will be crucial.
I see, I see. You've
And
also,
yes, and all the roadmap and infrastructure will be tailored to support that, is to make sure digital economy thrive.
right, right, right. I mean, the whole idea and the whole timeline is just exciting. I'm looking forward to see that, especially especially the game development part where everyone could just go in and try to develop their own thing. I mean, that's pretty interesting and pretty exciting, I would say. Something like Pangu and Sandbox, right? I mean, these kind of things, open source, where everyone could try to build something on the same environment. That is the thing that we are looking for, I would say. And congrats to you guys, and I'm really happy for what you are building right now, and I'm looking forward to see that.
Thank you. And I think within the AMA, let me just post a link of our one of our space. We have we dropped four four types of spaces for free for our zombie token holders. And if you here, if you you can actually, oh, I can't post a link. So one sec.
Maybe you can send it to me, DM it to me, and I'm gonna post it.
Okay, I am warned. Let me try this. Okay, I'll send it to you. Um, Here. So yeah, you guys can log in with your. I suggest it on a browser for now, or VR is totally fine. And mobile right now, we if it's if the space does not have too many items, like let's say less than 25 items, mobile is fine. But we're still upgrading the infrastructure, so we believe within a quarter or two, it will be fast, much faster and much smoother. But right now, it kind of gives you a feeling of what this space can be, and you can, if you have time, you can already uh, try to play with the avatar system, play with the emoji system, or hop on with your friends and speak inside. And if you wear a VR, you actually have hands, and it mimics your movement. It tracks your when you speak, the mouth moves. When you blink, it blinks. So it's actually going to be very interesting within 6 months.
That is pretty interesting, I would say. I've actually just posted the link on in general. If you are interested, please feel free and go ahead and click into it. As this goes said, play with some avatars, try to get yourself familiar. And if you guys are having some kind of meeting soon, we would be appreciated if you guys can let us know in advance so that we could just kind of join and see what you guys are building.
Oh yeah. So it might be interesting within the next quarter. Let's build an Apeiron chat room for people to go inside. And please don't mind the speed. The speed will pick up, and it is mind us. This space has only been released for less than 3 months, and we're going through a lot of updates each month. And yeah, I already see some. Oh, there's actually quite a few people inside right now. Um, yeah. So if you are interested in metaverse, if you're interested to claim a 3D workable avatar with us in the near future, Zombie Club will take you in straight into the metaverse at the forefront. And that is the only reason if you want to um, buy a Zombie Club NFT is to, if you are a builder in the metaverse, we will provide a lot of information and perhaps
Fantastic.
yeah, connection with our major update in our website in Q4. So we hope to really use the community's power to support builders in the space, and to make sure our holders can thrive in the digital community. Thank you, guys.
That is pretty nice. And at the same time, do not forget about the zombie apostle. Because except for all the advantage that this coach has said, those are really interesting as well. And I really wanted to see Frank and Disco come along and have some chats in the future. And on a side note, just wanted to let Disco know that this time is the first time where we are having an AMA on a F1 server. But pretty much 80% of the questions are from you. This is actually pretty amazing. I know that's the first time that I've ever seen things like that.
Thank you guys. And if you don't buy a Zombie Club token, welcome to Zombie Club and welcome to our space to check it out. And our digital space will get it will be a lot more fun during this during the next quarter when our game engine is ready. Thank you guys for today, and thank you Apeiron for hosting the event.
Thank you, Disco. Thank you, guys. And yeah, be sure to check in at Twitch and join in the marble games. We're gonna do 3 rounds of marbles, earn some Funi emblems or some souls. See you around. Yeah.
Bye bye. See you guys.
Bye bye.